Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Unbound with Adeiza. In today's video, we are going to be learning how to break the circle of relapse. But for starters, here's something I want you to know. If you keep falling into the same habit, it's not a lack of effort. It's a pattern you haven't yet broken. Now, to find out how to break this pattern, follow me through the accompanying slides. Before we proceed to the meat of our discussion, there is something I would like to let you know. And that's the fact that you don't fall randomly, you fall predictably. Every relapse feels sudden, but it's not. There is always a build-up, a pattern, a warning sign you ignored. Now let me put this to perspective. Take for example, you are struggling with masturbation. Usually your cue or your starting point usually is pornography or any image that your mind interprets to be pornographic. Now, why you feed on this image, there is a quota it fills in your mind, or as I'd like to put it, in your soul. And once that quota is filled up, it begins to press for a release. For example, for someone struggling with masturbation, you might go out and you are just looking at all the ladies whose appearances are pleasant to you. Now, while you are doing that, you might not readily masturbate at that instant, but you are filling up a quota, and that quota might get filled up in the night when you are alone. And by that time, by law, when it is filled up, it must press for a release. So I want you to understand, you don't fall randomly, you fall predictably, usually by the things you ignore and call slight. Now, for someone, you might be saying, yeah, I know all this, I'm aware of all this, but why do I keep relapsing? Now, there are three major things I want you to know. The first is that you relapse because you wait too long to act. Many times, you fall before you actually relapse. You fall in your mind, you fall in your behavior, you fall in the things you allow. For example, I just talked about a quota. There is a quota in every one of us, and there are things we do that fills this quota. And once these quotas are filled, they begin to press for release. The second thing I want you to know is that you ignore early signs. Early signs might be that point where you wake up in the morning and you just feel like masturbating. You are not going to do it at that point, but that urge is there. The sign is there. It's like a warning, and before the end of this night, there's a probability that I might touch myself. But usually what we do is that we ignore these signs. We ignore the signs completely, and when we go out, we are seeing things that fuels this appetite. Like maybe you go out, you see a lady that's dressed and her curves are pronounced, you are seeing her cleavages, you latch on those things. Those are early signs. That might happen 12 a.m. while the fall might happen 12 p.m. But the truth is that you ignore the early sign. The third thing I want you to know is that you depend on willpower. Willpower is not enough to help you break the circle of relapse. Most people try to fight at the point of failure, but by then, you've already lost. By the time you failed, by the time you relapse, you've already lost. Because the battle wasn't there, it started much more earlier. So these three reasons are why you keep relapsing. Now, let me break this down for you using a timeline. The first thing that happened to you when you relapse is this. There is the trigger. You have that trigger, and for you, that trigger might be when you wake up that morning and for some sort of reason, probably due to hormone, you are feeling horny, or you are high, or you just wake up and you have this craving for this habit or this substance you depend on. That trigger comes naturally, but then comes the thought, and the thought part is where you begin to dwell on that trigger. You begin to really dwell on it, like you begin to amplify the trigger in your mind. Now, the next thing you do after that thought is you begin to justify the thought. You begin to justify it. Oh yeah, I need this. I need this fix. I need this release. It's been a bad week. It's been a bad day at work. It's been an hectic month. It's been a tough year. Then you begin to justify it. Then comes the action. And usually, by the time you act, you've already agreed with it internally. So you see, you are not just failing because you are a bad person. You are actually failing because you need the failure. You are relapsing because somehow you need it. And this is the breakdown of your need for that failure. And this breakdown explains why you keep relapsing. Now, here's something I want you to realize and begin to work with. You win early or you lose late. You don't win at the point of temptation. You win at the point of awareness. If you wait too long, discipline becomes almost impossible. So that point where you wake up in the morning and you're beginning to have that urge, that hormone flow, that crave, it's at that point you begin to win. At the point where you are beginning to become aware of your need for dependence on that habit, that substance, or that behavior. If you wait too long, discipline becomes impossible. At that point where you're beginning to having that cue, that craving, you can tell yourself, no matter what, I'm going to live through today without falling back, relapsing to depend on this behavior, on this substance, or on this person, or whatever it is you are depending on. So you win early or you lose late. But I'll advise you always win early. At the point where you are beginning to notice the craving, speak to yourself. Tell yourself, this is not possible. Not today. I'm not relapsing. Now, here's the meat of our discussion. Having known all this, how do you now break the cycle of relapse? The first thing to do is catch the trigger early. Catch it early, not when it's strong, when it's small. When it feels like it's just a thought, it's just a suggestion, arrest it at that point and lock it up. Yes, don't bottle it up, lock it up, lock it away, keep it away from you. The second thing you might need to do is to change your environment. Move, shift, interrupt the moment. At that point where the craving is coming, you filled yourself with so many quotas, probably accidentally or even intentionally so, and you are by yourself and that craving is beginning to come. Change your environment immediately. Change your environment. You might need to go for a walk. You might need to go for a quick jog. You might need to call a friend. You might need to leave your sitting room. You might need to leave your bedroom, but make sure you change your environment. Now, the third thing to do is to replace the action immediately after changing your environment. Now, if you are scrolling, probably watching porn or seeing an X-rated movie on your laptop, on your mobile phone, then you change your environment, you move from your bedroom to your living room, still with your laptop and with your phone, chances are that you are going to relapse there in the living room with your phone, although you change your environment. So you must change your environment, then replace the action. Don't leave a vacuum. Fill it with something. Fill it with discipline. Probably read a book. If you are a religious person, read the Bible. Watch something else, listen to news, or Google about side effects of what you're about to give into. So this helps. As we come to the conclusion of this video, I want to leave you with this. Every ignored trigger becomes a repeated failure. And that is why I've gone to the lengths to break down these things for you in this video. The things you ignore today will control you tomorrow. So you must learn how to apprehend these triggers even before they lead to relapsing. According to James Clear in his book Atomic Habits, he spoke about how habits comes to be about. He talked about cue, craving, response, and reward. You must learn to avoid relapse at the cue stage. Not even the response stage, at the cue stage. Once you are having that cue, you must learn to arrest it there, because every ignored trigger becomes a repeated failure. The things you ignore today will control you tomorrow. And before I leave you, I want you to know this. I don't just want you to watch this video, like it, comment, or share it. I want you to break the circle. I want you to stay free. You don't need more effort. You need better awareness. I'm cheering for you. I'm rooting for you. Memorize this truth, systematize it, and use it to break that circle of relapse. Now, if this video has helped you, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel for more videos, like my videos. Let your friends know about me. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.